Welcome back, everybody. We're going to talk a little bit more chemistry today in our friend Mendeleev's periodic table of elements. What does this thing tell us, man? When you break it down to its brass tacks in the simplest form, it gives us a lot of information. So when we look at each one, as you look at, let's just say, my favorite iron, number 26, got a 56 here, Fe in iron. Fe is the symbol, stands for iron. I think it comes from Greek because I was already taken. It gives us the name iron. The 26, this is how this whole thing's set up. 26 protons. It's got 26 protons in its stable state. So as we move along, we go from 26, 27, 28, 29, blah, blah, blah. That's the number of protons. As we talked about the structure of the atom, protons got to be the same as electrons. So when I look at iron, 26 protons, 26 electrons. Boom, boom, boom. Electrons, once again, we don't care about the mass of those because they're really tiny. So when we look at this other number, this 56, that's actually the mass. And most of the mass, almost all the mass, is in that nucleus that has protons and neutrons in it. Well, we know we have 26 protons, and we have 56 total of protons and neutrons. So subtract 26 from 56, we get 30. So right here, just in this one tile, we've learned that there are 26 protons, 30 neutrons, and 26 electrons. Just awesome stuff, just awesome stuff. Now, let's move on a little bit. As we look, we have these periods, 1 through 7. What this tells us is we learned about those electron shells. Those electrons are in shells or clouds around the nucleus. Only goes up to 7 clouds. Only goes up to 7 clouds. So as we build up the first ring, we fill that one up, now we fill up a second one, and a third, and a fourth, and fifth, all the way up to 7. What this tells us is that hydrogen here has only one ring. This whole row, has 2 rings, 3 rings, 4 rings. When we get all the way to the bottom here, francium has 7 rings. It's gonna have 1 electron in that 7th ring. Wait a minute. How do you know 1 electron? Is it because he's a genius? No. It's because as we look across the top, we have our groups, and our groups tell us how many electrons are in that last shell. That last shell, those electrons in the last shell are called valence electrons. So we look at it with this one, last shell has 1. This one has 2. We don't pay attention to metals because they're just wacky. These things, these transition metals, wacky. We'll get that later. When we chop over to 5, you can see number 13. I just take the 1 off, so we have 3 valence electrons, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The rule of octet says you want 8 in that last. Once you get 8, totally stable. And these are our noble gases. They don't like to combine with anything else because they have 8 electrons in the outside shell. I'm sorry if I gave you too much today, guys. It was a lot. I'll break it down a little bit more. Remember, put a smile on someone's face, make someone's day, be someone's hero.